What up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to review Power, Book 4, Force, Season 2, Episode 3. So if you haven't seen the third episode of Season 2 of Power, Book 4, Force, turn this review off right now, because you ain't seen the episode. Go watch the episode, and then come back and watch this review. Please like this review and subscribe to my channel. It's a simple and free way to support my channel. It literally takes less than 4 seconds. So if you're spending 4 seconds watching this review, you can definitely hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, because I don't only review this show. I just finished reviewing The Shy, Baddies East on Zeus Network, The Other Girl on Hulu. I review a lot of stuff. I'm also not a public speaker, so I will tend to stumble on my words. You can hear me say so 1,000 times. Definitely might pause and regain my train of thought. Definitely look at my notes that I take throughout the show. It is what it is. Anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. These are my thoughts and expressions and how I feel. And I also got my big water bottle right here. It's finally thawed out. Thank you, Jesus. And also, I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. I'm going to grade this episode. I'm going to have to give it a B- because when I sat down to get started on this job, I was trying to remember what happened, and that's not good. I should be able to remember, and I couldn't remember what really happened. And no offense, but this is my least favorite Power, but it's still good. It ain't no low grade. B-, you still pass with that. Anyway, last chance. If you haven't seen Power, Book 4, Force, Season 2, Episode 3, turn this video off right now, because I'm about to review the entire episode. Okay? So the first scene is Tommy. Okay, yeah. So last episode, what's his name? Lil K from Janar's crew took a shot at Tommy for killing Chewie. So Tommy, he telling Diamond, he's spazzing out, somebody took a shot at me. It was treason. Janar's crew. So Diamond was like, it could have been the Serbs or the Mexicans. Tommy was like, well, we need to move their way quick. Tommy should have been like, why would they think it was me? I mean, why would they be coming after me? They shouldn't know nothing. But he was like, we just need to move their weight. We need to move Miguel's weight quick, because, you know, they snaked Miguel out for his weight. So Diamond was like, let me talk to Jannard. And I'm just like, for y'all supposed to be so beefing. Y'all just be going and having these conversations. I get y'all still brothers, but come on now. So Tommy was like, nah, I'll talk to Jannard. So Tommy pulls up to Jannard's house. One of his boys that oh no, that's another saying. So Tommy pulls up to Jannard's house, and he tells him, like, one of your boys took a shot at me. So Jannard makes a face that immediately lets Tommy know, you didn't know. Like, you ain't got control of your people. So Tommy's like, you know, a child got shot. That's bad for business. And Jannard was like, you should have thought of that when you killed Chewie. Tommy was like, you better get the nigga that did it, that took a shot at me, or I will. And then I'm coming for your ass next. And you know how Tommy go. He mean that. You know he mean that. So the girl that Diamond was fucking last episode, blowing her back out, then Tommy came in there. I thought she was the police officer because of the role play they was doing. I'm not cool with that role play that they did. I was just like, nah. You a felon in your role. You get off by getting locked up by, like, I ain't like that. But either way, turns out she's a CEO of the prison. And her name is Kendra. So I guess she was, I don't know, Diamond went to meet up with her, or she was in the back when Tommy was freaking out telling her whatever, I don't know. But she like, what's wrong, Diamond? Like, what's going on? So he tried to say, yeah, I don't like mixing business with pleasure. But then he ends up saying, I'm trying to move weight into Southville prison. And that's what she work as a CO. So she immediately like, is that Is that why you start hooking back up with me? Da, da, da? So Dom was like, nah, just forget I asked. Don't even worry about it. So Kendra was like, I'm just joking. How much weight we talking about? I was like, I don't know. I don't trust. I don't know. How far back y'all go? She was like, I expect a cut. But she was like, she know the people and she know how to do it. So it's a protest going on for the little girl that got shot. I don't think they did say her name, but I forgot. Then they got another damn cast of the Shy member on there. Bakari, he's there in the crowd. I was like, how many members from the Shy? Cause they already got Dre on here that plays Stacy on here. They got Nook on here playing oh, excuse me, that's why I was waiting for that burp. So they got Nook on here playing like Janar's little bodyguard. And now they got Bakari. They just shuffling these actors. So at the protest, it's a young black boy there. His name is Leon. He basically like giving a speech about gun violence. He grew up in Chicago all his life and seen it all his life. Jannar asking around where little K at, where little K at. So after the little boy Leon gives his speech, Stacy is there. Lieutenant is there. Finally found out his name was Lieutenant DeFranco. So they all there. That's when they announced that this special DEA task force is being initiated. So Jannar and them like looking like damn. So let me get this father-son moment. JP and D-Mac basically talking about how JP wasn't around when D-Mac was growing up. So D-Mac asked JP if he left his family because he was gay. And I was like, damn, JP's supposed to be gay? I didn't even know his character's supposed to be gay. I didn't even... Did they say anything about that in season 1? I cannot remember. But JP was like, nah, he was like, he said that D-Mac's mother tried to hide D-Mac from him. D-Mac was like, you ain't tried hard enough to find me. How I find you first type shit. So this when Tommy comes in all frantic. Anybody strange been coming around here? He tells him he got shot at. He hands JP a gun. It's like, you use it if you need to, whatever. And D-Mac like, where my gun at? Can I get my guns back? And JP and Tommy simultaneously was like, no. He was like, come on, man. So Tommy's like, y'all be careful. He dips out. D-Mac mad. He storms off because he can't get his guns. So Stacy and her team, they I don't know where they are, but they basically somewhere trying to establish like who shot the little girl. They asking Stacy like, where's CPD? They not there to back her up. So as far as they know Tommy's the target. So they start throwing out suggestions. Why do you think Tommy was targeted? So Stacy was like, well, it might be payback. Tommy might have killed Chewie. They on to everything. They be on to it. So Lieutenant DeFranco comes in. He the one in charge of Chewie's case. So he pulls Stacy out. Let me talk to you, Stacy. And they're supposed to be dating. I don't know if they married. Oh, well, we find out in this episode, I think they divorced or separated. I don't know what the situation is. Because they was just happy with last episode. So he started going off. He I told you I wasn't gonna get into it between you and my commander. And the first thing you do is what did he say? Yeah, first thing you do is request me as a detail for your task force. So Stacey was like, well, it happened in the moment. And I was like, she mentioned it to him. I don't know. Cause she was like, that's why I want you and your team on my task force, because you get stuff in real time and we find out stuff a week later. I don't remember him saying anything defensive to that. So I felt like he knew. I don't know. But she was like, it all happened in the moment. He was like, that's bullshit. You prioritize this case over my job. He said, you didn't prioritize our marriage enough because you got your eye on being mayor. So that's what he said. You didn't prioritize our marriage enough. So he said didn't. He talked in past tense. So I'm like, they like separated or something. But they were just giddy in the car last episode. So I don't know. So DeFranco was like, it'll take me 5 minutes on the street to find out who killed the little girl. He was like, I need to bring him in before CBI take him out. So Tommy calls one of his soldiers, not Bakari, Big Smurf. Tells him to follow Jannard around. He's like, Jannard's supposed to be taking care of a member of his crew. I want you to watch him to see who found out who it is. So I was just like, I get that Lord K disobeyed orders, but is he really gonna take out his soldiers for a nigga that he want dead anyway, for real? I mean, I get it, he disobeyed orders and he missed, but I don't know, at the end of the day, you really gonna take him out for standing on what he felt like you should have stood on? Tommy ass still texting Miguel's sister talking about some you ready for that driving lesson? Leave that girl alone, Tommy. But he loved the danger. He loved the thrill. That's his problem. So it's a knock at his door. Tommy paranoid. He opened the door. It's Kate. He had his gun out. She's like, I need to talk to you. I want to make amends. So Tommy's like, this should be good. So Kate pulls out a big ass thick notebook. Look like it's been worn out. She was like, I know I haven't been a good mother and I'm sorry. She opens the book and says, I know I haven't been a good mother and I'm sorry. And then closes the book. And Tommy like, that's it? And Kate was like, was I not a good mother? So Tommy was like, let me think. How about when you took me this place and you did that, start listening off a whole bunch of like stuff that basically made her a bad mother. He said something about some ice cream that he never got to get because she spent the money on drugs. So I don't remember the flavor ice cream it was. So Tommy gets a text from Miguel, and Diamond's in the text too. Basically, Miguel wants them to come see him. So he leaves Kate with that nonsense. So Diamond's giving his PO a haircut in his barbershop. And the PO, he's like, I'm encouraged that you have a purpose and a legitimate reason to stay out of prison with this barbershop. So all of a sudden, Big Smurf comes from out the back. This PO dude started to get suspicious. Like, what's back there? He look like a hood nigga. Them uppity niggas be judging. So it's an old head sitting and hanging out in the barbershop. So he says to Big Smurf, hurry up back with my lotto tickets so you can finish sweeping this floor around, boy. And don't take too long. And Smurf was like, yes, sir. Basically like giving him the code, like, this nigga hot. It's like, be careful, like, don't do nothing dumb around him. The PO kind of looked like he fell for it, but he still kind of looked like it was suspicious. So they're gonna have to be careful what they doing because he just be popping up. Random drug sales, random pop up. So Walter, he pissed off at Claudia. He telling Vic she changed all the passwords to the accounts. Like, basically all the money tied up. So Vic's like, let's cut her some slack. She lost everything when someone leaked Dahlia. So Walter was like, you think that Tommy knows that Claudia killed Liliana? Vic was like, he definitely suspects it. So that's when Walter tells Vic that Tommy wants to meet with me and make a deal. So Vic like, what deal? What deal? What's going on? What you going to meet? What Tommy wants to meet with you for? And Walter's like, I don't know. But then he's telling him about the deal he got with the dude Michael. He was like, that's gonna get doubling off their back. He says. Because Dublin still ain't fucking with them because he got all their men killed. They really want blood, but they gonna take their money. But Walter stalling, he ain't got the money yet. He won't liquidate none of his assets. I mean, yeah, is that it? Whatever. So Jannar, he goes to his girl, the boxer girl Shanti, telling her what Lil K did. He disobeyed me when she took shots at Tommy. Asking Shanti where Lil K be at. Shanti's like, you can't make no move on Lil K because the way niggas see it, Tommy violated and he gotta pay. So Lil K was in his right. That's how niggas on the street gonna see it. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he disobeyed orders, but at the end of the day, Tommy violated, so he gotta die. That's how they feeling. So she's like, you killed Lil K, you gonna have a mutiny on your hands. So Jannar like, fuck all that. So Shanti was like, well, he might be at his grandmother's house. So I was like, after all that, she still told him. And it's crazy because, of course I fuck with Tommy because he's like the lead character. This is his show, whatever, but he can't die because it's like... But these brothers, they willing to kill their mans that they known for years over Tommy. It's crazy. But like I said, I still fuck with Tommy. It's just crazy that they willing to do all this. It's crazy. What is this? So Michael, he pops up on Walter, the one that is supposed to be moving, that Walter's supposed to be moving them bad drugs for. He's like, I ain't heard from you. Thought you might have backed out. Walter was like, I ain't never really gonna dare you. How dare you talking to me? You know how Walter be stuck up and shit. Entitled. So Michael was like, I'll be in touch to tell you where to pick up the drugs from the carrier. He's like, you still planning to move the drugs in the south side? And Walter was like, you know it. And Michael was like, no one cares if a bunch of monkeys drop dead anyway. So Victor was like, excuse me? Cause Victor, he loved the mocha chocolate. Victor loved the melanin because Gloria was black. Even though she was like super fair skinned. She couldn't pass though. Ooh, I thought I dropped some cherry or the cherry on me. But Vic was like, excuse me? And Michael was like, is there a problem? Walter was like, no problem. So Vic was like, oh, not at all. So he realized this nigga's racist too. I mean, he already trying to take his father down, so. So I'm glad he did what he did because I was like, okay, now you know that these drugs are lethal. So what you gonna do about it, Vic? I mean, he already had planned to take his father down, but I thought he was gonna move the drugs. So Tommy and Diamond, they come to see Miguel. They immediately assume that he wants them to help him find whoever took his money and took his boys out. I mean, took his drugs and took his boys out. So Miguel was like, I already found them. He drags in the two dudes that was talking about the drop that Tommy overheard the drop about. So he drags them two in. Sits them down. Puts one of the dude's hand in like a cryo joint, like freezes his hand up. The two dudes begging and pleading. Miguel like, y'all the only two dudes that knew about the location. So they begging and pleading like, no. Miguel frees the dude hand. He called Tommy over there, like hands him like a hammer or something. Before Tommy could even make a move, this nigga Miguel just smashes the man's hand off. Man's hand was frozen, smashes off like a fucking piece of china glass. I was like, God damn. That's some ruthless shit. I ain't never seen that on TV. I ain't never seen that on TV. That was crazy. So, you know, Tommy, he was saying it all. He's like, with all due respect, what does this have to do with us? So Miguel like, I just wanted you to see what happens when people betray me. I'm just like, Tommy, you walking on thin ice out here in Chicago. So as Diamond and Tommy are leaving, Diamond's like, man, I think he on to us. I think Miguel's on to us. So Tommy's like, nah, he just like tortures his own guys in front of us and let us walk up out of there. So Diamond's like, I suggest we slow our roll. Tommy's like, no, we need to speed up. He's talking, we need Kendra to start moving that shit in Southville. So Diamond was like, Miguel probably got inside men pressing us to find out who the product from. So Tommy's like, he already got the guys he think did it. I'm just like, nah, y'all move that shit in the prison, and them and Miguel's men find out who it's from. It ain't gonna take long for him to put two and two together, find out Diamond fucking Kendra and she working there. It ain't gonna take long. Especially with Diamond trying to make negotiations with this other nigga that's in prison that we get introduced to, Raus. So he's still so Diamond, he's still worried. He brings up Jannard and his boys coming for them also. And then talking about the new task force. Tommy like, it's always a new task force. He funny. He was like, once Jannard takes care of Lil K, we can tell all our men to stand down. I was like, nigga, it's always a once this happens with Tommy ass. So at the jail, Kendra, you know, she having the girls they come and visit. They go use the bathroom, they take the drugs out their pussy. They put it in popcorn. And then they hand the popcorn to the inmate / boyfriend. And I guess they swallow it right there or something like that. I don't know. So she got a little system going. So Tommy goes to see Walter. So he like, you here to apologize for destroying my dear Claudia's drug? I was like, really, nigga? But Tommy nut ass, I did you a favor because I thought you ain't wondering in life anyway. Talking about, how about you repay me by telling me who killed Liliana? I said, damn, Tommy, you just admitted it. So Walter was like, I did it. I knew I had to sneeze. So Walter tried to say, I did it. So Tommy was like, just tell me who did it and we can broker a peace. So Walter still ain't trying to tell him. So Tommy's like, the fact that you won't give up none of your soldiers makes me wonder. So Walter was like, because I'm not like you, I don't give up people close to me, or something he said like that. So Tommy already took that in. When Walter said somebody close to him. So you already knew it was Claudia. So Claudia, she gets home to her apartment, finds her safe emptied out. So she pissed. So they flash back to the prison. Kendra got motherfuckers at in the cafeteria, giving the drugs with the food. And this other dude, Raus, apparently he's like the big dog in there that's supposed to be moving the drugs. So he see this. He telling this little minion dude, and he in a wheelchair, so it's the little minion dude rolling him around. He's like, who these motherfuckers in here running drugs up in here? He's like, we need to find out, put an end to this shit. So Claudia, she immediately goes to Walter for clearing her safe out. How the fuck you clear my safe out? So Walter like, you should have thought about that before you changed the accounts to the password. I mean, you should have thought about that before you changed the passwords to the accounts. So he trying to scare Claudia. I was just with Tommy, and he's real close to figuring it out. So Claudia get to, what did you say? What did he say? So Walter's like, I wouldn't sell out family, but if you keep fucking with me, he's like, I'll blow your little secret. And it's like, he already know. He just want confirmation. So Lieutenant DeFranco, he's at Lil K's grandmother's house looking for Lil K. Saying all the things Fed say, I could protect him. She's like, I don't see that happening, but I'll pass along the message. The Lil K's there, he watching from the window. This nigga DeFranco, I don't think he got called, so JP comes in the house to Kate making some cake for D-Mac for the wrong sport or something. I don't even remember the fuckery of Kate. So this she tells JP, I want to make amends for leaving you. Did she grab the book? I don't know. Did she grab the book? She was like, I'm sorry. She was like, do you not accept my apology? What is wrong with her? So JP is like, well, why did you leave? And Kate was like, well, it wasn't because I didn't love you. I was only 14. JP was like, well, you was 16 when you had Tommy. Is it because I'm black? So Kate was like, no, it was complicated. It was complicated. We see Kate trying to do better for D-Mac. She found out she had a grandson. She was like, oh, shit, I want to turn my life around. So Jannar, he catches Lil K slipping, walks up on him with the gun. Like, I thought I told you to hold off on going after Tommy. But Lil K was like, it was the wrong call. So Jannar was like, you just disobeyed the direct order. He was like, and on top of that, you missed and hit a little girl. Now the feds all over us. Lil K grandmother come out. Want some Pillsbury cookies or Toll House cookies? So, Jannar puts his gun away, partakes in the cookies. Lil K grandma was like, if you kill my grandson, you gonna have to kill me too. She was like, because with that cauliflower ear of yours, you'll be easy as hell to pick out of a lineup. I was just like, oh, Lord. Not Granny admitting that she a snitch. What if he'd have killed both of y'all right then and there? I was just like, damn. So, Granny right there. So, Jannar just like, he whispers in Lil K ear. I mean, I'm pretty sure she heard it. Like, you better do everything I say from now on. Gets back in his car. He sees Big Smurf watching from a distance before he gets in his car. Jannar, just Big Smurf watching him for Tommy. So Tommy pulls up on Diamond. Not even that long. Tells him Southville got raided. They lost 2 keys. He's like, I know it was that nigga. Diamond was like, I know it was that nigga Raus. He's like, Diamond was like, I put him in a wheelchair. He was like, I got COs in my pocket, but Raus must do too. So Tommy was like, well, how about we meet with Raus? And Diamond was like, who the fuck going to Southville prison? Like, Diamond was like, I just got out of prison. So he's like, what happened if we get him a lawyer? And Diamond was like, I know somebody. So this is when Tommy tells Diamond, yeah, Big Smurf saw Janari. He's about to make a move on the dude Lil K, but he got interrupted. He said, so I'm gonna give him a couple more hours, and if he don't do it, I'm gonna do it myself. So now Tommy know who his target is. So Diamond was like, how your meeting with Walter go? So Tommy was like, Claudia did it. And Diamond was like, Walter said that. And Tommy was like, of course he ain't want to give up the shooter. That just lets me know that she did it. So Diamond was like, before you make that move, you need confirmation. Tommy was like, fine, text Claudia, we need to talk. He was like, I'm gonna look her in her eyes and look right in her eyes and see what she has to say. So Kate's at an NA meeting, 10 days sober. Go Kate. I'm rooting for Kate now. She's saying she's starting to get clarity and realizing that she was a really bad mom. I don't know how she didn't know. I guess it's all the drugs, whatever. Realizing she a really bad mom. She's like, she don't know what to do with all the feelings, and that's what brings her there. She gonna need some therapy too. Detox, all that. All of that. So let me get this scene. Vic, he calls the police on Michael's courier that's supposed to be bringing the drugs to Walter. He calls the police on the dude before he even leaves with the drugs. He's standing on the corner about to drop the suitcase off. Call the police on him. Then he calls his father. It's like, we have a problem. So Tommy, he meet up with Claudia immediately. Like, who killed Liliana? She's like, I don't know. She got her 2 bodyguards with her, by the way. So Tommy like, just admit it was you. And then he pulls his gun on her. So then Claudia's guys, they pull their guns on Tommy. So Claudia was like, if you shoot, you won't get very far. So Tommy was like, I know it was you, and as soon as I get confirmation, you dead. It's like, as soon as I could confirm it. Did I say confirmation? Whatever. So Diamond sends this lawyer chick to sit with the dude Raul that he put in a wheelchair. He tells him like, Diamond's offering you a lower price than what you getting your product for from the Serbs. He getting it from the Serbs, yeah. So Raul was like, Diamond's the one who put me in a wheelchair. Fuck to the no. Like, hell no. I want to do a deal with him. He was like, I don't care if the bricks is $5. He was like, I would never fuck with CBI. So the little boy from the protest that gave the speech, Leon, he just got a cut from Diamond. Diamond giving him his props on the speech. Telling him he got a bright future. He gonna be in the White House someday. All that if he keep going along on the path that he going along. So little Leon, he like, man, I grew up on the South Side. I've seen more friends' funerals than birthday parties. Most of my friends in jail. So we see this young man's story about to unveil on the show. Maybe, maybe not. So as Leon's leaving the barbershop, 3 dudes roll up on him like, oh, it's all that shit you was talking at the protest. You ain't even stand up for your hood, talking about guns, no more guns and all that. So they come up on him, and he just letting them hit up on him or whatever, and Diamond comes to the rescue. Scares the boys away. He's like, come on, Leon, you gotta fight back. He's like, I know you don't like violence, but you gotta protect yourself. He was like, there's something we're gonna work on. So he probably gonna teach the little boy some boxing lessons or something. That's what it's looking like. So DeFranco, he finds Lil K and his grandma. And but not his grandma because he seen her, but he finds Lil K with his grandmother. And DeFranco telling Lil K, Tommy gonna make you suffer. So K is like, I don't know what you're talking about, tries to walk off. DeFranco like, we got 2 eyewitnesses that was at the scene that saw you, and we recovered the bullets from the recovered the fingerprints, your fingerprint. See, I be fumbling my words. We recovered your fingerprints off the bullets from the gun. He was like, you looking at life without parole, or you can help us take down CBI and Tommy Egan. So Lil K was like, you don't have no eyewitnesses or no fingerprints, because otherwise I'd already be locked up. Look, niggas be knowing. They be thinking niggas don't know. So he tried to walk off again. So DeFranco grabs him and was like, I'm trying to help you. You'll be dead by tomorrow. So Lil K grandma would come back out like, is my grandson under arrest or is he free to go? So DeFranco, he lets Lil K go. It was like, he free to go. And he wasn't wrong. So Kendra at the jail, she brings Rose into this random room. He's like, what's going on? She plants some drugs on him. He's like, oh, what's this, man? She like, you can either... She was like, you start listing off a whole bunch of violations. You get another drug charge. You put in a box, shipped off. He was like, let me guess, unless I work for Diamond. And Rose was like, Diamond was like, yeah, it's simple, basically. And Rose was like, no, at first. But then as Kendra about to roll him out of the room, he was like, wait. So we'll see what's going to happen. He was like, stop or something. So in the middle of the street, the Serbs, they roll up on Jannar, 4 cars deep, pull him over. Milkovich won his money. Jannar like, I need time. They pull him out of his car, take his keys, pull off with his car. What kind of car did he have? Lambo, I think? I don't know. Jannar screams, I'm going to pay, give me my shit back. He out here just looking bad. Looking bad this episode. So Tommy Nuttass sneaks up on one of the bodyguards that was with Claudia when he met up with her earlier. Sneaks up on him. He like, you was there when Liliana went down. Who killed Liliana? So the guy like, fuck off. Tommy shoots him in the leg. So he's like, come work for me. Like, I triple the pay, whatever the Flint's paying you, I triple it. So the guy was like, I don't know shit, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. So Tommy was like, loyal, I like that. They gave him a headshot. Bop. Loyal, I like that. Bop. So Jannar ass out here with no car. Lil K comes to get him of all people. So he's like, what happened to your car? So Jannar like, none of your business. So Jannar starts snorting the line of coke in the car. Lil K looking at him like a weird way. And Jannar like, if you got something to say, then say it. Lil K like, I'm just saying, you the one always said don't get high on your own supply. So Jannar like, pull the car over. So Lil K pulls over and Jannar like, why you ain't tell me you got questioned by the detective? So Lil K was like, it was nothing to tell. He ain't have shit. So Jannar was like, you made a deal with that nigga? Start checking him for a while, start grabbing him up for a wire. So Lil K like, I ain't got on that goddamn wire, nigga. So Jannar like, you talking about business and shit, and trying to make me slip up and say something incriminating. You know he all high, paranoid. This is like another situation on the other power, the Kanan power. They killed what's his name, and he wasn't even a snitch. His mother was. That shit was crazy. So it's another instance where he killed this nigga thinking he was a snitch the whole time. He ain't even snitch. What Detective Franco told him, you gonna be dead by tomorrow. So he checking him. He was like, trying to get me to say something incriminating. Lil K was like, you the ones letting outsiders in, and you ain't got no bag, you ain't got no pot to piss in, going on Jannar. Talking about you got your hands on me all of a sudden. So Lil K was like, get the fuck off me, trying to push Jannar off. Jannar started grabbing his neck by the throat, started punching him in the face. Lil K tried to grab his gun, they start struggle for it, they fall. So Jannar started hitting Lil K a little bit, start hitting Lil K some more. He goes to the back seat and grabs his seatbelt, wrap it around Lil K neck, start choking and strangling till he dead. Then he take his body out the car, drag it behind some dumpster or something. I was like, that ain't smart, but go off. Then he get in his car, do some more coke, and pull off. And Tommy saw all of it, so he know little K dead. Now he pull off right after that. He like, okay, it's handled. So Tommy, he gets home, he goes in his fridge, and what is it? The ice cream that he was talking about his mother never got for him because she used the money for drugs. So it's the ice cream that he never got. He like, get the fuck out of here. He take a big spoonful of that. Diamond texts him, tell him it's ready to roll. Go to Miguel, get a re-up. Tommy see Kate sleep on the couch. He helps her up. It's like, thank you for the ice cream. Walks her to bed. I was like, oh, look at them. So Michael, he comes to Walter. You know, he furious. My courier got arrested. I don't know how it happened. Walter's like, I don't care. I want my money. You gave me these drugs to sell, so I want my money. And Miguel's like, well, how about we just split our losses and go our separate ways. And Walter's like, no. That we ain't doing none of that. I want my money paid in full. And before Michael could even say anything, before Walter could even really talk shit, Vic gets up and shoots Michael dead in the damn head. Or was it in the chest? I don't know. Somewhere where he dead. And Walter's like, what the fuck have you done? Like, now we're going to get our money, and now Dublin's going to be on our ass. Vic was like, he insulted us. You don't think it was worth it? Walter was pissed. He was like, you clean up this goddamn body. Walter walks away. Vic smirks because you know that's what he wants. He wants to fuck up his father. He want to fuck up his father's business. He want to burn it all down. So JP and D-Mac, they sitting down. Another fatherly son moment. He tells D-Mac, the reason why it happened the way it happened, I was ashamed who I was when me and your mom split up. And your mom said it would be better off if you grew up without a father who was gay. And JP said he kind of believed that. He feel like he's super apologetic. He should have fought harder to find D-Mac, and he regrets it. And he hopes that they can start over and he can forgive him. So D-Mac was like, okay, yeah, and they hugged. So JP was like, I love you. And he was like, he going to bed. This nigga D-Mac grabbed the damn gun from the dresser that I think Tommy gave to JP and puts it in his waistband. I don't even think he leaves the house. So I'm just like, he just wanted to have it, I guess. I don't know, but it was weird. So Tommy and Diamond, they go to see Miguel. They're trying to get a re-up. And right before they meet Miguel, Diamond gets a text from an unknown number. It's like, stop avoiding me. Tommy was like, you think that dude's little hand sprinkles, frozen hand sprinkles just melted like snowflakes? So Miguel comes back. He comes out, was like, you guys got balls making a meeting with me in the same day. So Tommy was like, I think you'll find this meeting mutually beneficial. They was like, we want more product, a lot more product. So Miguel was like, the last re-up y'all asked for double the product and paid it immediately, and now y'all want more, even with CBI splitting. He was like, how y'all moving so much product? So Tommy was like, we got a new business venture. They tell him about Southville Prison. So Miguel was like, the Serbs have Southville. They was like, not anymore. Tommy was like, not anymore. Miguel was like, how y'all pull that off? So Diamond was like, well, I know that prison like the back of my hand. No, he was like, I know that prison better than I know the South Side. So Miguel was like, all right, how much product y'all need? They was like, we need double the weight from last time. And they was like, we'll even take what did he say? We'll even take more if you do it in bulk. if you do a discount for bulk. So this nigga Miguel was like, not today, I'll think about it. Like, I thought he was about to give it to him. Like, how much y'all want? He ain't liking that, though. He ain't liking how they thrive, and he just got robbed, so. And he got this nigga El Che over him. They're telling him he can't make no move for real. It's also drawing attention on them, too, though. And they don't want that. So then Lieutenant DeFranco, not even that same night, just that same night, he finds Lil K's body where Jannar dumped it at. So Tommy still texting Miguel's sister Maria. She finally texts back, sends an address to go riding in the car. So I was like, okay, Tommy. But he liked that shit. He liked that thrill. He liked that. He likes he likes being in danger. We just saw him freeze a nigga hand and break it like it was china glass. And you still want to date his sister. You still want to talk to his sister. Then the last scene, Jannar, he pull up on some block, buy some heroin and snorts, and I'm just like, oh, this nigga Jannar's gone. He gone. He done lost his car. He ain't got the money to pay niggas back. He just like, I'm over it. And that's how I ended. But like I said, I would grade this jump like a B minus because, like I had said, I couldn't really remember what was going on. I couldn't really remember what happened on this episode until I started talking about it. But B minus all in all. Predictions for episodes to come. You better be careful. Tommy just better be careful, man. He got this task force. He thinking it's all sweet. You got Miguel. You just snaked him out. He's still gonna be trying to find out. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot of moving parts. Dublin gonna be on Walter ass now. What else? Yeah, I don't know. Those are my slight little predictions for episodes to come. Thanks for watching this review. And please comment below what you thought of the review and the episode, what you would grade the episode. What, if I forgot anything, if I was off on anything, all that good, bad stuff, comment below. And like this review and subscribe to my channel because I don't only review this show. Like I said earlier, I review other shows. I just did the Shy Baddies review. I just did the other black girl. I review a lot of shows. So yeah, I will see y'all in the next review. Peace.